Today we are at Aldi and we are going in and checking out all the new things that have just arrived this week. Keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes focused. Let's get looking around and see what they got. Come on.
Aldi just dropped products that could save seniors hundreds this month. Most will be gone by Sunday. One item replaces a $30 pharmacy product for $3. Another solves the mobility problem nobody talks about. A third eliminates a monthly expense most seniors don't realize they're overpaying. These aren't gimmicks. These are solutions that respect fixed incomes. Today I'm revealing what to grab before it disappears. Stick around. Number 1 solves the most expensive health problem facing seniors for under $5. 9. Easy Home Automatic Blood Pressure Monitor. Most seniors with hypertension check their blood pressure at the doctor's office once every few months. Then they wonder why dangerous spikes go undetected between visits. The ones who figured it out monitor at home, and they catch the readings that save lives. Aldi's Easy Home Monitor is fully automatic. One button. The cuff inflates itself. Large digital display you can read without glasses. Memory storage to track patterns over time. Irregular heartbeat detection built in. A retired nurse named Helen bought one for her husband after his second ER visit for a blood pressure spike. Nobody saw coming. His doctor told him to monitor at home. The pharmacy wanted $65 for a monitor. I found this at Aldi for $20. Same type, automatic upper arm, digital display, memory storage. He checks every morning before breakfast now. We caught a dangerous reading in the 3rd week that would have sent us to the ER again. Called his doctor instead. Adjusted his medication from home. That $20 monitor probably saved us thousands in ER bills and saved him the trauma of another ambulance ride. The key for seniors, automatic inflation means no manual pumping. If arthritis makes squeezing a rubber bulb painful or impossible, this removes that barrier entirely. The Velcro cuff accommodates limited dexterity. No fumbling with clips or snaps. Position it on the upper arm, press one button, read the number on a display large enough that most people don't need their glasses. At $20 versus $65 at the pharmacy, the savings are obvious, but the real value is what Helen described. Catching the reading that prevents the emergency. One avoided ER visit pays for 50 of these monitors. One avoided ambulance ride pays for 100. But blood pressure is a problem people know about. What's at number 8 solves a nutrition problem millions of seniors suffer from silently because they're embarrassed to talk about it. 8. Friendly Farms lactose-free cottage cheese. Most seniors with lactose intolerance quietly stop eating dairy. They don't mention it, they just avoid it, and slowly lose the calcium and protein their aging bones and muscles desperately need. The ones who figured it out found lactose-free alternatives that deliver the same nutrition without the pain. Lactose intolerance increases with age. By 65, roughly a third of adults can't digest dairy comfortably. The problem isn't just discomfort, it's the nutrition they lose by avoiding dairy entirely. Calcium for bones, protein for muscle maintenance, vitamin D for immune function. Friendly Farms lactose-free cottage cheese delivers 14 grams of protein per serving with full calcium and vitamin D. Same nutrition as regular cottage cheese. Zero digestive consequences. A retired teacher named George started losing weight after his wife passed. Living alone, cooking felt pointless. His daughter noticed and started stocking his fridge with cottage cheese from Aldi. He eats it with fruit in the morning, sometimes plain as a snack. It's 14 grams of protein he wasn't getting before. He stopped losing weight. $2.49 for something that's keeping my father healthy. Compared to name-brand lactose-free cottage cheese at $5 to $7, same product, same enzyme treatment, same nutrition, different label. 2 items in, one protecting cardiovascular health, one quietly preventing malnutrition, both under $25. Both solving problems that cost thousands when ignored. But health monitoring and nutrition are invisible problems. What's coming at number 7 is physical, and it gives back something seniors fear losing more than anything else. If you're planning an Aldi trip this week, hit subscribe, because the items coming up solve problems most retailers don't even acknowledge exist. 7. Crofton Easy Grip Kitchen Tool Set. Most seniors with arthritis stop cooking, not because they want to, because holding a spatula hurts, because gripping a spoon sends pain through their knuckles, because their hands shake and standard utensils slip. The ones who figured it out found adaptive tools that let them keep cooking and keep their independence. This set includes 5 essential tools: spatula, spoon, ladle, slotted spoon, and tongs, all with oversized soft grip handles designed for hands that can't squeeze tight anymore. A woman named Margaret has rheumatoid arthritis in both hands. Her daughter wanted to hire a meal delivery service. Margaret refused. "I've cooked my own meals for 51 years. I'm not stopping because my hands hurt." Her daughter found the Crofton set at Aldi instead. The handles are wide enough that I don't have to grip hard. The soft coating means they don't slip even when my hands are weak. I cook dinner every night. $9.99 saved my independence. Compare to adaptive kitchen tools from medical supply catalogs. $30 to $60 for similar sets. Same oversized handles, same non-slip coating. Different price because one comes from a medical catalog and the other comes from Aldi. The tools look normal. That matters. They don't look like medical equipment. They look like kitchen utensils. Margaret's grandchildren use them too. They don't know they're adaptive. They're just good tools. An occupational therapist confirmed what Margaret already knew. Adaptive tools maintain independence. But people resist medical-looking equipment. Tools that look normal and function adaptively, that's the ideal. And at $10 instead of $50, people actually buy them. But keeping seniors cooking is one thing. Keeping them safe in the most dangerous room in the house is something else entirely. 6. Huntington Home Non-Slip Bath Mat. 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls every year. The bathroom is where the worst falls happen. Wet surfaces, limited mobility, hard tile floors. A single slip in the shower can mean a broken hip, surgery, months of recovery, and for many seniors, the end of living independently. Most seniors know this. They're afraid of it. They just don't know an $8 product can dramatically reduce the risk. Aldi's bath mat has hundreds of strong suction cups on the bottom, textured grip on top, and antimicrobial treatment to prevent the mold that degrades suction over time. It covers most of the tub floor, creating a stable standing area where there was none. A man named Frank fell in his shower 2 years ago, bruised ribs, couldn't breathe deeply for 3 weeks. His son was terrified and angry at himself for not preventing something so predictable. He installed grab bars first, $200 with a handyman, then found this bath mat at Aldi. The grab bars helped Dad catch himself, but the mat prevents the slip in the first place. $8. We put one in every bathroom in his house. His confidence came back. He'd been taking quick, nervous showers, afraid of falling again. Now he showers normally. Should have done it years before the fall. That detail about Frank avoiding showers matters. Fear of falling doesn't just cause injuries. It causes seniors to stop doing things. They shower less. They move less carefully. They go out less. The fear shrinks their entire world. An $8 mat doesn't just prevent a fall. It removes the fear that was already limiting Frank's life before he ever slipped. Frank's son did the math most families avoid doing. One fall-related hip fracture averages $30,000 in medical costs, months of recovery, often the event that ends independent living entirely. One $8 bath mat doesn't guarantee prevention, but it removes the most common cause of bathroom falls. The return on that $8 is incalculable. Replace these annually when suction weakens. Press all cups firmly when installing. test stability before each use. This is the cheapest, most effective fall prevention that exists. 4 items in: health monitoring, nutrition, kitchen independence, fall prevention, all under $25 each. All solving problems that medical supply companies charge 5 to 10 times more for. But we're shifting now. The next items address something harder to quantify: the daily comfort and dignity that determine whether seniors are surviving or actually living. 5. Simply Nature organic soups. Most seniors living alone skip meals, not because they can't afford food, because cooking for one feels pointless, because standing at the stove hurts, because depression or grief makes eating feel like a chore rather than a need. The result is quiet malnutrition that nobody notices until the weight loss becomes visible. Simply Nature soups provide 8 to 12 grams of protein per serving, multiple servings of vegetables, and low sodium for heart health. Heat in 3 minutes. No preparation, no cleanup beyond 1 bowl and 1 spoon. George, the retired teacher from number 8, keeps 6 containers in his fridge at all times. His daughter restocks every Aldi trip. On the days he doesn't feel like eating, and there are a lot of those days, I know there's soup he can heat in 3 minutes. No chopping, no standing at the stove, no pots to wash afterward. Just microwave and eat. It's not gourmet, it's nutrition he would skip otherwise. $3.49 for 2 meals. That's what's keeping my father fed on the days grief makes eating feel impossible. That last sentence is the reality nobody discusses in senior nutrition. It's not always a physical limitation. Sometimes it's emotional. Cooking for one after decades of cooking for 2 feels like a reminder of what's gone. George's daughter understood that the barrier to eating wasn't cost or access. It was motivation. A $3 soup you can heat in 3 minutes removes that barrier almost entirely, compared to meal delivery services at $10 to $15 per meal, or frozen dinners at $4 to $6 with triple the sodium and half the nutrition. Simply, Nature soups aren't perfect food. They're the food that actually gets eaten when nothing else would. For seniors living alone, the best meal isn't the most nutritious one on paper. It's the one they'll actually make and eat. At $3.49, these soups lower that barrier to almost zero. But nutrition keeps the body going. What's at number 4 addresses the problem that makes every other problem worse: poor circulation. 4. Easy Home Compression Socks. $6.99 per 3-pack. Most seniors with swollen ankles and tired legs assume that's just aging. They sit through the discomfort. They elevate their feet when it gets bad. They don't realize a $7 purchase could change how their legs feel every single day. Compression socks improve circulation, reduce swelling, and prevent blood clots. These are 15 to 20 millimeters of mercury-graduated compression, tightest at the ankle, loosening toward the knee, the therapeutic level doctors recommend. A woman named Dorothy wore compression socks prescribed by her vascular specialist. Medical supply store price, $32 per pair. She owned 2 pairs and wore them sparingly, saving them for bad days because replacing them felt extravagant on Social Security. Her neighbor found the Easy Home version at Aldi, same graduated compression rating. 3 pairs for $6.99. I told Dorothy to try them. She was skeptical. How could $7 socks match $32 socks? She tried them for a week. The swelling went down. Her legs stopped aching by evening. She started wearing them every single day instead of twice a week. She told me she felt 10 years younger, and she said something that stuck with me. I was rationing my health because I couldn't afford not to. That is the hidden cost of expensive medical supplies that nobody talks about. People use them less than they should. Dorothy's $32 socks, sat in a drawer most days. Her $7 Aldi socks go on every morning. The cheap option delivered dramatically better health outcomes because she actually used it consistently. Compliance beats quality every single time. The comfort matters for compliance. These are soft material with seamless toes, no irritation, no bunching, easy to put on even with limited flexibility. 6 items revealed. But we're entering the final 3. These aren't medical products. These are items that protect something more fundamental: the ability to take care of yourself without asking for help. 3. Crofton Automatic Can Opener, $12.99. This one seems small until you can't open a can anymore. Then it's everything. Most seniors with hand limitations stop buying canned goods. Beans, vegetables, soups, fruits, essential pantry staples that require a twisting, gripping motion their hands can no longer perform. They switch to more expensive fresh or frozen alternatives, or they ask someone to help, or they go without. Aldi's automatic opener runs on batteries. Position it on the rim, press one button. It walks around the can and cuts the lid. No gripping, no twisting, no pain, no asking anyone for help. A man named Arthur has peripheral neuropathy, numbness and weakness in both hands from decades of diabetes. His wife opened every can in their house for 30 years. After she passed, he stood in his kitchen, staring at a pantry full of canned vegetables, soups, and beans he couldn't access. His home health aide found the Crofton opener at Aldi. He cried the first time he used it, not because of the can, because he could do it himself, something his wife had always done for him. He could finally do it alone. $13 gave him back something he thought he'd lost forever. That story isn't unusual. Occupational therapists hear versions of it constantly. Independence isn't built from big decisions. It's built from hundreds of tiny daily tasks: opening a can, buttoning a shirt, turning a key, that most people never think about until they can't do them anymore. Losing those tasks feels like losing yourself piece by piece. Compare to adaptive can openers from medical supply catalogs at $30 to $50. Same battery mechanism, same one-button operation. Different price because one says adaptive in the catalog, and the other is just a can opener on an Aldi shelf. At $13, this is dignity in a box. Buy it before you need it, because by the time you realize you need it, you've already been struggling alone. 2. Crane Portable Heating Pad, $14.99. Chronic pain is the background noise of aging. Arthritis, old injuries, inflammation, stiffness that never fully goes away. Most seniors manage it with medication, which works but comes with side effects, dependency risks, and monthly costs that compound on fixed incomes. Heat therapy is proven, drug-free pain relief. It increases blood flow, relaxes muscles, reduces stiffness, and eases pain. The problem with traditional heating pads: they're tethered to electrical outlets. You can use them in bed or on the couch, nowhere else. Aldi's Crane heating pad is rechargeable and cordless. 4 hours of heat per charge. Use it in your favorite chair. Take it to bed. Bring it in the car to appointments. Apply heat wherever pain happens without being tethered to a wall. A woman named Patricia, not the cast iron Patricia, a different one, has osteoarthritis in her spine. She used to take ibuprofen 4 times daily. Her doctor warned about cumulative kidney damage. She switched to heat therapy as her primary pain management and reduced her medication by half within a month. The heating pad from Aldi goes everywhere I go. Morning in my chair while I read, afternoon in the car on the way to appointments, evening in bed before sleep. $15 and I cut my pain medication in half. My doctor was thrilled. My pharmacist noticed I wasn't refilling as often and asked what changed. I told her, a $15 heating pad from a grocery store. That pharmacist interaction captures the absurdity of how we manage senior pain in this country. Monthly medication costs, side effect management, dependency concerns, and a $15 cordless heating pad accomplishes what months of pills couldn't fully do. Compare to prescription pain management at $20 to $60 monthly, indefinitely, with accumulating side effects. Or high-end cordless heating pads at $40 to $60. Patricia's $15 Aldi pad does the same job as all of them. The adjustable heat settings matter. Gentle warmth for sensitive areas, higher heat for deep muscle pain. Automatic shutoff prevents burns. Critical for seniors with reduced skin sensitivity. Drug-free pain relief. Portable. Rechargeable. $15 once versus medication costs monthly forever. The math is simple. The quality of life improvement isn't simple. It's profound. 8 items revealed. Everything from blood pressure monitoring to pain management. All under $25. All solving problems that the healthcare system charges orders of magnitude more for. Everything builds to this final arrival. Not because it's the most medical, not because it's the most practical, but because it addresses the problem that makes every other problem worse. And it does it for $25 instead of $200. 1. Huntington Home Weighted Blanket, $24.99. Most seniors sleep badly. They accept it. They assume poor sleep is just what happens when you get older. They lie awake at 3 in the morning with anxiety about their health, their finances, their independence. They take sleep medication that leaves them groggy and increases their fall risk. Or they just endure it, night after night, year after year. The ones who figured it out discovered that the solution isn't a pill, it's pressure. Weighted blankets provide deep pressure stimulation, gentle, evenly distributed weight that calms the nervous system, reduces anxiety, and improves sleep quality. The science is real. Published research shows benefits for anxiety, insomnia, restless leg syndrome, and chronic pain, conditions that affect the majority of seniors. Aldi's Huntington Home Weighted Blanket is 15 pounds of glass beads distributed evenly in quilted pockets. Soft microfiber cover, proper construction that prevents the beads from shifting to one side. A woman named Eleanor hadn't slept through the night in 4 years. Since her husband died, anxiety kept her up. Her doctor prescribed sleep medication that made her dizzy in the morning, and dizzy mornings mean fall risk. Her granddaughter bought her this blanket. The first night I slept 5 hours straight. That hadn't happened in years. By the second week, I was sleeping 6 to 7 hours. I stopped taking the sleep medication. My doctor said my blood pressure improved because my sleep improved. $25. My granddaughter spent $25, and it changed more than any prescription I've been given in 4 years. Eleanor's story connects every single item on this list. And that's why the weighted blanket is number 1. Not because it's the most medical or the most practical, but because sleep is the foundation that everything else depends on. Better sleep improves blood pressure. That's item 9. Better sleep improves appetite and nutrition. That's items 8 and 5. Better sleep reduces pain perception. That's items 4 and 2. Better sleep improves mood and motivation to cook, to shower safely, to stay active and independent. That's items 7, 6, and 3. When sleep fails, every other health problem gets worse. When sleep improves, everything else gets easier. Eleanor's granddaughter didn't just buy her a blanket. She accidentally addressed the root cause of half a dozen problems her grandmother was managing separately with different doctors and different medications. Sleep is the foundation. When it fails, everything else gets harder. When it improves, everything else gets easier. And for $25, one time, not monthly, this blanket improves it without medication, without side effects, without dependency. Compare to premium weighted blankets at $150 to $300. Same glass bead filling, same quilted pocket design, same 15-pound weight, different brand name and different price. Compare to sleep medication at $30 to $60 per month, indefinitely, with side effects that include the very falls, confusion, and dependency that seniors are trying to avoid. $25. Once. Drug-free. No side effects. And for Eleanor, It worked better than the prescription that costs 10 times more every single month. That's not just a product recommendation. That's the principle behind every single item on this list. Helen's $20 blood pressure monitor caught the reading that prevented an ER visit. George's cottage cheese stopped his weight loss. Margaret's $10 kitchen tools saved her independence. Frank's $8 bath mat removed the fear of showering. Arthur's $13 can opener made him cry because he could feed himself again. Dorothy's $7 compression socks worked better than the $32 ones because she actually wore them. Patricia's $15 heating pad cut her pain medication in half, and Eleanor's $25 blanket gave her the first full night of sleep in 4 years. Every one of these stories has the same structure: a senior struggling with an expensive problem, and an Aldi product solving it for a fraction of what the healthcare system charges. Not because Aldi is a healthcare company, because the solutions were never complicated. The prices were just artificially high everywhere else. Aldi arrivals this week prove that senior health, independence, and dignity don't require medical supply markups, pharmacy premiums, or prescription dependency. They require knowing where to look and getting there before Sunday. 9 items, all under $25, all solving problems that affect millions of seniors daily, all available this week and gone when they're gone. If this helped you or someone you care about, hit subscribe. We're covering senior-friendly arrivals every week so you never miss the products that make the biggest difference at the smallest cost. I'll see you in the next one.